this video I'll be going over the Walrus Audio Janus Tremolo Fuzz, and what immediately stands out about this pedal is of course cool joysticks that it has on the front. The image on top of it is just so cool. I mean, look at it. Okay, so let's look at this unique pedal and the controls for it, because what immediately stands out, of course, are these unique kind of joysticks. And of course, it's nice to know what these joysticks actually do. So this axis controls the rate. So this is like a slow kind of tremolo. This is fast, something in between, and this is the depth of the tremolo. So deep, fast, deep, slow, not very deep, slow, not very deep, fast, middle of the road. So this is the tremolo side, and I can adjust the level here of the tremolo effect, and just like this, the pedal functions as just a tremolo pedal. Okay, so that's the tremolo side. Now let's go to the fuzz side. And with the fuzz, the x-axis controls the amount. So the amount of fuzz. And the y-axis controls the tone. So okay, so that's that's the fuzz. Let's first talk about this blend knob. So this is how much we want to blend the two effects together. So the tremolo, just the tremolo, and slightly blend in the fuzz. And it can get really loud. And this level knob is just the adjustment of the volume of the fuzz side. So if I just have the fuzz side on, okay, and then let's talk a bit about these toggles here. So we have mode, which is just different types of the fuzz you get. So it's a little bit more nasal. The middle mode, and I don't really get why this knob is here. I just leave it usually on the middle one because that just gives the most volume and sounds the nicest. And then the bass knob, when turned to the left, don't hear it that much, but it's definitely there. It's just a little bit more bass. I don't use this pedal that often. I should use it way more because the sound is absolutely massive. But because of the strange nature of this pedal, primarily of course the controls, but also the combination of fuzz and tremolo. So let's talk placement on your pedal board. So usually I put a fuzz, of course, on the front of my pedal board, but a tremolo would go a little bit later in the chain. So that's also a reason why I don't put it on my boards that often, is because it's a weird combination, and usually a tremolo goes later and a fuzz goes earlier. So it's more like a pedal that I use when recording demos, when recording songs, and it's more something I use at home for that reason. Also, maybe a criticism I have of this pedal is that due to the fact that it has so many blend and level knobs, it's just a little bit all over the place. So when you just have the tremolo on and you set the level, as soon as you also turn on the fuzz, it just becomes way louder than you expect, and then you have to adjust the blend layer. So also when you will have this on your pedal board, you really have to decide what type of sound this is going to make, what kind of function this has in the song that you're playing, and just use it like that. Just use the settings like that. Also, the joysticks, the novelty of it is really cool, but if I am really honest, it's just so useless. It's also, I mean, okay, the knobs, they stay in position, but still, like, this needs to happen, and it's in a different position, you know. So, like, what is the reason for these joysticks? It's not really clear to me. And also, of course, I don't gig with this pedal. I've never gigged with this pedal. So it's very safe in my home. But I can imagine that when people use this pedal, the joysticks, they will die probably the first thing, because if you will just put this in a bag and something else will rub against the joysticks, and if it rubs against the joysticks in the wrong way, it can break, I think, fairly easily. I'm not sure, but if there are people who gig with this and if it's reliable, like the housing, of course, is like super solid. The rest of the pedal, and I mean the quality of it is overall really high. Maybe I'm being a bit too negative on this. I mean, I love the massive sound that you can get out of this, and just the unique character of this pedal is so amazing. Everything feels really premium quality, this pedal. So it's definitely worth your money. But if you're just looking for a fuzz or just looking for a tremolo and you don't really need both, I think you can just buy separate pedals. Maybe that's a little bit better.